Welcome back to No Man's Land Survival Challenge. This is episode 15, and in the last episode we created the start of the farmyard. But the one thing that I forgot to do was to get rid of the tent. So I'll just go into the construction menu, demolish, get rid of it. We get $9,488 back. So that's it. No longer pooping in the woods, as some people have said. So from now on, the sleep point will be up at the farmhouse. I think there's noticed that there's still some terrain issues which I'll have to sort at some point, but other than that I'm fairly happy with it. Maybe made the roads a bit wide, but it is what it is. So our first job, we'll get into the massey. We need to unload the pallets from the sawmill. Probably put some into the furniture shop because I'm sure that's getting a bit low right now. But as our grain trailer is configured as a grain trailer, what I'm going to do is get these bales of straw sold. If I look at the price is fairly good. So $136, it is on its way up, but it's only sort of $8 off maximum. So I'll head up to the store, get rid of these bales, and then we can use this trailer for moving pallets. Okay, so here we are at the store. So let's just see how much we're going to make. I made $16,716. Brings our total so far to the month for $190,000. But we're going to be spending a bit of money. I need to start upgrading some kit. I want to buy a better plough so we can get something done with the sorghum field finally. And possibly at the end we'll maybe look at buying another plot of land, because I do want to start getting into silage. So we'll look at doing that. In terms of what to do with the silage, I'm thinking maybe putting down a methane plant. So that's something else that we can look into as well. But I'll just park up here, I'll go and get the Deutschfahrt, get these pallets loaded up, and I'll see you when that's done. Okay, so I've got 12 pallets loaded up there. There's still one to pick up, but these three, I'm just going to put these straight into the furniture shop. Oh, it doesn't like them. I don't know why it did that. I mean, I just loaded up all those exactly the same, but for some reason you'd have to flip these ones all over the place. But you know, it's all part of the game. The furniture shop now has nearly 14,000 litres of planks, and it still has 7,000 litres of wood, so I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if that wood's actually going down. I was hoping that it would produce furniture from both planks and the wood at the same time, but perhaps it only uses planks until they're exhausted and then starts on the wood. Something I'll keep an eye on, I suppose. So just these 2 pallets of furniture, and then we can get up to the store and we can have a look at what we can do with the money. Also, at some point I do want to landscape around this sawmill and furniture shop. The idea is that we'll create a bit of a car park for the furniture factory shop, whatever it is, and then just put some roads in and around for the sawmill. But we'll get up to the shop now and see how much this is worth. Okay, that was $58,000. So we're now sat at just over $250,000, which sounds really good, but you know, that doesn't go far. Well, not when you want to buy new tractors and things like that. So what I do want to do is I want to get a better plough, and as we're limited to I think 210 horsepower, I think these ones are way out. I mean, that's 300, that's 360. So I think this Kverneland here is our only option. It says 220 horsepower, so I think we'd be alright with our tractor. Definitely have the weight for it. So in designs, I can have standard, or we can have the packer mat, which I assume just gives you a seed bed. I don't think we need that. I think we can direct drill from a ploughed state. So we'll just have the normal plough. Now I could put this on the front and bring them both back, I suppose. It might look a bit strange, but if it works, it works. It's a bit heavy for it. Maybe we can't do that. So I'll just leave the trailer up here for now. We can come back and get that. We don't need it until the next episode, I don't think. I hope I'm not going to need a front weight. No, it's a bit light, but we'll get down. Put it into its transport position. Right, so I'll see you when we get down to the field and we'll get the sorghum ploughed in. Okay, so I just picked up the front weight, so let's just have a look at the field. It's this one here, and I know we spread lime in it, so get rid of the weeds. So it needs ploughed. And there's also a tiny bit of lime. That must be where that rock is. It didn't quite get it done. So I think I'll just drop the plough off, quickly spread some lime in that bit, and then we'll set a worker off. And then we'll set a worker off ploughing the field. Right, so I think what I'll do is I'll just do this top end here, get a few passes on here because this rock's obviously going to cause some issues with the worker. And once these are done, we'll just set a worker off, and then we can go and start on picking up that straw and get it baled, and probably get it sold as well. So I'm hoping that's enough for the worker. Right, so we'll get over into the Deutsche Fahr and we'll go and have a look at the straw and see what our options are for that. So what I've decided to do is we're going to get rid of this baler. I know we haven't had it long, but it was a bit of a necessity at the start of the game when we had our first bales of straw. So we're going to get rid of it, get something bigger, something that can wrap bales, something that can make 180cm bales, and then that should do us for when we start to make silage in the future. Okay, so it's currently worth $36,476. Now someone did say, I know that repairing them, you definitely get a little bit more back. So it's going to cost $47 to repair, which would make it, what's that, 83. So that should, if it's more than 36,523, which it is. But painting it, I've always been unsure. You're gonna, I mean, it's going to cost 5,120 to paint. So am I really going to get more than that back? I mean, that would make it 41,648, but let's give it a go. Oh yeah, well that's definitely been worth it then, so thank you for that bit of advice. I'll do that in future. Although I'm guessing you can only really repaint them once without losing too much money. So we'll just sell that now, get $42,000. So I've just been having a bit of a think about this on the way up, and my thoughts were to get a baler that can do up to 180cm bales and can wrap, but what you find is that you can never wrap 180cm. So like this here, this fent, you can make up to a, oh, that's probably a bad example. So this pottinger here, you can make 125 to 180cm bales, but you can only wrap 125 or 150cm bales. So the other thing is, if I was going to do silage, if you look at, I think it's this Krone one, I think it is. So you can get silage additive, and I think that gives you like a 2.5% bonus on your yield. So if I was to put 10,000 litre bale through, you know, you would end up with that, what is it, like 250 litres more per 10,000 bales. So, or is it 250? Yeah, 250 litres more. So, but that's quite an expensive baler. And then we'd have to buy a square bale wrapper as well. So it might just be worthwhile just getting something like this baler here, which can do 180cm bale, and then when we come to do silage, get a silage pit and a loading wagon. So yeah, so I think just for now, change the number plate, of course. I'll have to do it like this on this type. So it sort of sits there. Alright, so we'll just buy that. I don't think there's anything you can do with tyres other than change the type. So we'll go back down and we'll start getting that straw all baled up and then bring it up here and get it sold. Okay, so here we are back in the field. Just before we start, I'm going to bring the combine back to the yard. So I'll get this done and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so that's all the baling done now. It might have been quicker to have rolled it up first, but probably not by much. I'm not sure on the total count of bales yet, but I think it's about 13, something like that. So I'll just go and get the bale loader and we'll get these up to the store and get them sold. Yeah, so we ended up with 13 bales there, which was quite a good guess. So I'll get these up to the store and we'll see how much we make. So the price of straw's only gone up by $1. So just how much did we make? 19,768. That's more than the bales we brought up on that trailer, and that's only from one field. Although the field has been extended, I suppose, so but that's still really good. I think the workers finished in doing the ploughing now, so we'll go and check on that, and then we'll see what we can get planted. I think we're going to do sorghum again in there, just so we have food for the chickens. I would also like to put a bigger chicken pen down, because I think the one we've got is just a bit small. It's not really producing enough eggs. Alright, so I've just brought the seed drill over. We'll just have a quick look on the map, make sure that the field's all been done. Yeah, so that field's looking really good. So I'll just jump over connect up the massey up to the seed drill. And the Dodge Far can take the plough back. Actually, I just need to go and refill the seed drill first. Right, so that's the seed drill done. So I think we'll just, same again, we'll just do this top end of the field. And then hand it over to a worker and we can go and look at some of the jobs. Right, so we're currently sitting at 50% fertilised here, 73% yield. I did put the front weight on this tractor when I knew I was bringing the plough back. So I think I'll just store the plough here for now. Not really sure where to put it. I don't think there's really enough room in the backside of this little storage unit. So I think what I'm going to do is get a bigger chicken pen put in. I'm going to leave the other one over there. It'll run out of food eventually. So chickens, and I think this is what, no, I think that's the one we put down. We've got these ones here which take 360 hens. But I don't know, I mean, it just seems a bit like, could that really hold 360 chickens? When this does? I mean, to be fair, that's quite small, isn't it? So again, I just need to have a look and see where the just need to see where the feed points are and things like that. So we fill it up. Do we only put seed in? Yeah, so we've put seed in there and then our eggs come out on the left side of that gate. So I think we can put it quite close to this one. If I just get it lined up. I think that's good enough. So I'll leave a little bit of a gap, but if I put it in line with that fence there, somewhere about here, or can I get it better than that? I actually look down the... somewhere about here. There we go. And I suppose while we're here, we could just do some landscaping. I'm happy with that for now. So we'll go and get some sorghum. Probably have to refill the other chicken pen as well. Okay, so we'll get some chickens in as well. So we'll select those. And we can buy 60. So we'll select another 60. Okay, so I'll just put 300 chickens in for now because, you know, it's worthwhile having them breed to get us up to that 60. So at least then we're going to make a little bit more profit. And hopefully we'll start to see some eggs turn up soon. I think that's quite a nice chicken pen. Certainly matches the sheep barn. And then we'll go around to the other one and we'll have a look, see if there's any food left in it, and if there isn't, we'll just sell it all. I think as well, I just want to change this bit of road. So, landscaping. So I sort of want to put another path this way. Yeah, so these chickens are out of food, so we might as well just sell them all. What, we got 30 chickens? And then we can also sell the pen. So we've got those eggs, and we can get those up and get them sold at some point. Now the workers nearly finished on the seeding, so we'll go and get the roller for the Deutsche Fahr, and the Deutsche Fahr can do the rolling. So that's the worker finished doing the seeding now. So when I get down to the bottom, I'll just pass this on to a worker and I'll get the seed drill refilled and get it back into the storage. Doesn't seem like it's used much seed or fertiliser at all in that little bit. But once we get the final application of fertiliser on there, that's that field up to 100%. So we should get a bigger sorghum crop off it this time. So yeah, so in here we've got the small plough, which I'm not sure what we'll do with that yet, and the tree planter. Let's bring the combine back in. I haven't really got anywhere to put this yet. Although this combine's small, we are going to be upgrading it as soon as possible. So going back to our fields, this one's going to need some lime, so we could do that. Now that it's all empty. So if we were to go and get back in the massey, we could quickly go and spread some lime on that field. And that will be the final job for the day, I think. So we're out of lime. We'll just go back to the store, pick up another spreader full. Right, this field's all spread with lime now. There's just a couple of patches here that I missed. So I'll just quickly run over those. But in the next episode we can get this replanted. I'll have to have a think about what to put in. And the Deutsch Fahr's finished doing the rolling as well, so that one can come back to the yard. So there's just a slight bit that it's missed up by this rock. Just see it here. So that's all for this episode. I do need to refill the greenhouses. So we're actually doing really well on money as well. At the moment we've got $216,000. I do want to get another plot of land, which will happen in the next episode, but I also want to get another tractor. I think we're really struggling with just having 2 tractors at the moment. So I'll look into doing that. Hopefully with the planks coming in and all the flowers and mushrooms overnight, we'll be in a position to buy another plot of land and hopefully a large tractor. And I was thinking this plot of land here down to the trees, so I'm not sure what that is, maybe plot 55. That might be the one to buy next. And then we can extend our barley field right the way down to where those trees are, make that a really big plot. I think just that little bit with the curved section, we could maybe turn that back to grass and use it for building on. Because we are going to need some much bigger sheds soon. So just this little bit here in the corner of this plot, we could bring this back into being at the farmyard and extend this field all the way down. So really 54 is the one I want to buy, not this one here. So plot 54, and we can make that quite a big field down there. And then when we get field 55, I'll use all this meadow grass here for making silage. There are a couple of productions that I want to get as well. I definitely want to get a flour mill. Just let the beast do his bit. Yeah, so I really want to just get a flour mill first, and then we can start getting this oat or the sorghum or the wheat that we've got in storage turned into flour. That'll make that much more profitable. And then when we start producing more wool, we'll obviously get a spinnery and create. I'm not sure what you create in the spinnery. Do you create wool from wool twine? And then that can go into making clothes possibly as well. So in terms of how I'm doing compared to Chainsaw and Daggerwin, I certainly think I've got the most realistic farm. That's definitely for sure. And it's probably a bit different for me because I don't have anyone else playing on the map. So I've got free use of the whole map. So there's no constraints on where I can put things. So I'm definitely getting a bit more organised, I think. But I think to determine who's in the lead, it's far too early in the game to say that. I think this is probably going to run for about 45 episodes. I think that's what the last one did, the Renaboo series. And we're only 15 episodes in, so we're only a third of the way. I would also like to modify this water tower in the XML file to make the valve stay open longer and for it to fill faster. I don't know if that would be classed as cheating or not. Or I could buy another water point, and this water's for free, and I'm sure that some other water point would probably cost me money, but at the end of the day water's not that expensive in the game, so alright, so that's the greenhouse. It's all full now. I don't need to bother doing the tomato greenhouse, that's just got so much water in it, it's ridiculous. So I hope you've all enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you think I'm doing in the comments. If you could give the video a like, I'd really appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, you know, consider subscribing. So that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.